How long have you been working the streets?
Since I was pretty much 12.
12 years old?
Yeah.
So, here we go.
Anything about,
Yeah, but y'all gotta be careful because a lot of these people out here, I mean, I hope y'all got, I'm pretty sure you do.
We do.
These people out here, especially where you at, on Lorraine.
On this street?
Man, shit, these motherfuckers is dangerous.
Really?
Did you hear me just say it?
Well, you're on Lorraine?
Well, you know what? Like I say, I've been doing this so long, it's like I pretty much know. I just got six senses. You know, I know when to do and when not to do. I don't give a fuck what's going on. If I feel like I'm not getting in your car, I'm not getting in your car. I don't give a fuck how bad I want it. And you know what? It's three of y'all. I just looked at y'all and I said, motherfuckers, I said, them motherfuckers ain't the police.
Okay, that's good. That's funny because everybody sees this rental car and they're like, that's a cop.
And they drive, I know what the police drive.
Yeah. Is it one of these?
Yeah, the detectives drive this. I said, no, they ain't the police. I said, them some funny motherfuckers. And that's exactly what I said. This nigga laugh.
Funny motherfuckers.
I said, them some funny motherfuckers. They got some money. I'm finna get up in that motherfucker. I'm telling you, I've been doing this since I was 12 years old.
That's funny. You could tell by the way I rode by and I was like, hi.
I looked at him. I said, look at this funny motherfucker. I said, I'm finna get him and his boy. Somebody finna get some head today. I was serious. Fucked me up when you said. Then I looked at y'all shirts when you said that. I said, shit, these motherfuckers don't want no head. They gonna put me on
Have you done that? Have you given head to somebody with multiple people in the car?
Yeah.
That's happened before?
A couple guys, you know.
Wow.
I mean, but they be good guys, you know what I'm saying? They just be on some, hey, I never did this shit. Let's try it. Fuck, she got a big ass butt. You know, that's how I get away with a lot of shit, my butt. And not only that, I'm 54 years old. Look at my face.
You look young. You look really young.
Pull in here.
This loop right here?
Yeah, that's where I live at.
Okay.
You guys take care of us nice meeting. Wait until I go tell my husband this. He gonna be like, bitch, you the last your motherfucking mind. Like, bitch, you can get this.
Be safe out there, okay?
Yeah, I don't trust
Thank you for your time.
If I don't trust my own mama, what the fuck I... Wait, please. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was standing in the bus stop on Euclid, 79th and Euclid, and I had been working the streets all night. This guy, I kept seeing a shadow, and I'm thinking I'm tripping, but I'm not tripping. All of a sudden, probably about 8 o'clock in the morning, I see a guy in a trench coat. He about 300-something pounds. He said, hey, you want to make some money? I said, yeah. He said, I got a hotel room. We go to the hotel room on Carnegie. I can't remember the name of the hotel, but they shut it down because a lot of people got killed in the hotel. Come to find out it was this guy killing the girls in the tub. He asked me, did I know how to cook some dope once we got in the room? I said, yeah. I cooked the dope up. And I just had he asked me, take a hit, right? He took a hit. I got a real bad feeling come over me. All of a sudden, he pulled out a big pair of scissors. I jumped up on the bed. He paid me and everything. I jumped up on the bed. I started screaming to the top of my lungs. I ran in the bathroom, and he was trying to kill me. I jumped on the floor. I put my foot up against the wall, back up against the door, and I pulled the shower curtain down, broke the rack, and started swinging it against the walls, just breaking everything in there, the glass, the mirrors, everything. This guy, mind you, he about 400 pounds. He trying to push the door. He couldn't get in. All of a sudden, it got real quiet. I got up, I opened up the door thinking he was gone. I opened up the door and he's like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you. You remind me of my mother. I was like, what the fuck? I jumped back on the floor, I'm screaming, I'm like, please, somebody help me. This guy trying to kill me. Man, okay, it got quiet again. It's crazy, it got quiet again. Probably about 2-3 minutes went past. I opened up the door. Wait a minute, no, I hear some tapping on the door. I'm thinking he just playing a game with me. he was gone. I opened up the door, he was gone. I ran to the door, it was the detectives. They said, what's going on in here? I said, this guy tried to kill me. I described it to me. They had his ID downstairs. He left his ID. They said, we've been looking for this guy. He'd killed about 5 women in the bathtub. Stabbed them with them real big scissors. Anyway, they took me home. They wrapped me up in some sheets, took me home, and that was the end of that story. Then,
Crazy. So you almost got killed.
Yeah.
So Jigga, how you're from this area?
Yeah.
From is this Lorraine?
Well,
Cleveland?
I'm from Mounds. I was raised on Mounds.
Okay. And how old are you now?
I'm 54.
54. And we picked you up here and
I've been over here for 24 years.
on the streets for 24 years working?
I've been living over here
How long have you been working the streets?
since I was pretty much 12.
12 years old?
Yeah.
How did you get into this at 12 years old?
Well, I'm the only child from both of my parents, and my mother, me and my mother had a bad relationship. Yeah, my mother had me and my father had a good relationship, but my mother was on drugs. She was messing with all kind of guys, and you know, it just wasn't working. She was using me. It's just, you know, for the money I was getting, she wasn't getting money like I was getting, even though she was working a job.
So your mom was using you to get money?
Yeah.
She was selling you to
She wasn't selling me. She knew that I was working. Well, she the one taught me how to do it.
Okay. So she turned you on to it.
Right.
And you were bringing the money back home to her.
No. She would ask me for money, and I would give it to her.
Got you. And did you feel like you owed that to her because that was your mom? And
No.
you were 12 years old?
Well, I love my mother, and I
Sure.
still love my mother. And I just feel like I needed to take care of my mother. Go straight, honey.
We're gonna park just to talk for 5 more minutes, okay? Because we're almost there.
Okay, yeah.
We just need a little bit more time. I promise we'll take you home. We're not the guy in the bathtub. We're not. I promise.
I ain't worried about that. He got away from me.
So for at 12 years old, and was it all walking the streets?
No, a lot of guys was coming to the house.
Did you ever work with a pimp?
No,
You've been independent the whole time.
the whole time.
As a 12-year-old, I can't imagine how that would just change your perception about men and relationships.
Well, when I was a little girl, I used to watch my mother take me over her date's house.
Mm-hmm.
And she used to always tell me, well, you can always get the money first. So that's where I got in my head that this is how you get money. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to do anything. I used to see my mother with all these 50s and $100 bills from these guys, so I wanted it too.
That was attracted
Yeah.
to. When did you? How far did you go in school?
Ninth grade.
9th grade. And you have kids?
15.
15 kids. How many fathers?
I can't even tell you.
You don't know?
No.
You don't know? How many? Do you,
But I know 3 of my baby daddies.
you know 3 of them. Do you think it's 15 different fathers?
No.
No?
I just told you I know 3 of my baby's daddies.
Gotcha. With prostitution, has there ever been any addictions to drugs or?
I mean, I have used drugs, drank, snorted cocaine, smoked cocaine. Yeah.
Do you still?
Occasionally, not like I used to.
What do you do it for right now? Is it truly just your profession?
It's just something that I like to do.
You like to do it.
Yeah.
Is it scary?
Yeah, it can be.
Besides that story of you almost getting killed by a serial killer, what are some other scary things that happen?
It's been so much, man. You just can't imagine. Like one day I went over to this guy's house. He picked me up. He said, okay, you go to my house. I'm going to pay you $60. We have sex. I went there. When we get there, he took me in the basement. This house was like a mansion. It was immaculate, too. Get in the basement, and he raped me. Sodomized. And then he dropped me back off. And, you know, I was just pretty much fucked up behind it, you know?
Yeah.
I called the police, and they went back to the house and arrested him.
You already got arrested. I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm sure it's not easy to talk about. You know, is that the only time that's happened, or has there been multiple times over the years?
Multiple times.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Do you protect yourself in any way?
I used to carry mace.
Not anymore?
Not anymore. I just believe in God. That's it.
How many, do you do this every day?
No, I'm
No.
married.
Oh, you're married. Does your husband know?
Yeah, he don't like it.
He doesn't like it. Does it cause problems between your guys' relationship?
Of course.
Yeah. But you still do it.
Yeah.
You gotta make a living, right?
Yeah.
Do you work outside of this?
No.
No.
I think about it, but I feel like can't nobody pay me as much money as, it's like fast money.
Of course. How much, and it's tax-free money.
That's right.
How much money do you make?
I don't know. I say if I stay on the streets a week, I probably make anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000.
A week?
Mm-hmm.
So that's, if you make $2,000 a week, 52 weeks a year.
If I do probably like 4 days out of a week, I'll make $1,500 to
That's
$2,000.
$100,000 a year.
I never looked at it like that.
That's good money. That's really
Yeah.
good money. How many, so if you, today, right? Today you worked. How long have you been out?
I just came out. I just got something I got to do back at my house, so somebody called me.
Okay. And how many dates would you typically see in a day?
Probably about 5, 6.
5 or 6?
Yeah.
Out of those 5 or 6 dates that you see in a day, are these regular people that you see that call you back, or are these all random people?
Sometimes random people, sometimes people call me back.
And are these people that what are they asking for most of the time?
Head. Blowjobs.
Blowjob? So if you were to see 6 people, you think all 6 want blowjobs, or sometimes are people asking for sex still?
They be asking for sex, but I really ain't into that, because, no, we ain't going to do that.
Okay. What about, would you turn a guy down anytime?
Of course.
For any reason?
Of course.
What's the reason that you...
Bad feelings.
Just it doesn't feel right?
That's right. Or maybe it's just something about them I don't like,
Yeah. Does that happen often?
Not too often.
No?
No. Enough.
That's enough?
Enough.
Okay.
Because I really shouldn't be doing this, because my husband be looking on the phone all the time, and kids, and they going to be like, that's my mom.
One last question.
Go ahead.
I promise this will be the last one. If you had a magic wand and you could wave it today and create any sort of life for yourself that you possibly could, what would that life look like?
I wouldn't be doing this.
No?
No.
Just the way that you're living now, but not doing this?
That's it.
Okay.
I have a bunch of money, too.
Do you have a message out there for anybody that's watching, whether it's kids?
Well, if you ever think about working the streets, don't do it. Try something different.
Okay.
That's it.
Listen, we're going to give you some information, too. We got a lot of resources of things out there. I'm not assuming that you need them, but if you ever do, we're going to leave some contact information. You can call us, okay?
All right. No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.